25-year-old, you sort of hedge between Generation Z and the millennials, the Y ones, as they call you. What do you believe is most important to you and your peers as you make your way into society? And what do you make of it all?
Well, what's most important, like three things that would stand out to me would be support, opportunity, and representation. I feel like adequate representation. So when I say support, I mean like the future is constantly changing. Now, I know we can't preempt how the future is going to change, but I would like to know that there are support systems in place for us to reskill or, to like adapt to like an unpredictable future.
Sure.
Like opportunity. That's obviously what your main concern is whenever you're in college. Am I going to be able to get employed in this field when I graduate?
Mm-hmm.
And then representation. I just feel like the young people need to be like given a fair platform to express their views and to be heard.
And have you identified in your mind's eye any avenues through which you might weave in there to a platform where you may be heard?
Well, like I know there's youth, like there's like I know with like UCC, there's like political programs you can get involved in. Like every political party has youth things. So whenever I do go back to college, I am going to take advantage of this and become more involved in society, like in these kind of ways and more like leadership roles.
Let's say you look at where the existing political parties seem to get in to universities, colleges, etc., and form their young groups, with a view to attracting you into the corridors of power in the future. Just for a minute, think, if you were to take that route, do you think you would be allowed to make a difference if you were to get in there? Would it be a difficult uphill battle to exert, to look for change and to have your voice heard?
Absolutely, especially I feel like at such a young age, like, because like when you go into politics, it's all about experience. It's all about, most of your life experience and like all the connections you make to get yourself there. Like if to be president, you need to be 35. Like there's all these like, minimum restrictions and stuff. So it's very hard to get like a young voice like on a prominent stand. So realistically not, like, you can, at the minute, we can only do our best to influence those people who are in power.
Sure. And do you think there's space there for your age group to create a party that would fairly represent Generation Z and Generation Y?
Absolutely. Like, or else at least the parties that do exist to have more spots allocated for younger members. Maybe they don't have the same like full power or whatever, but like to get more like a certain percentage in there, to get the ball rolling, to get us our foot in the door.
Yeah, that is an idea. So are our young understood or even considered at the minute on the corridors of power?
I would say that we're an afterthought almost. Like as I said, the people in politics generally tend to be like, older. So like what they're thinking about is kind of their own scenarios, like in their own situation. So like I feel like we're always like an afterthought, that no one's ever considering how is this going to leave the political stage.
What's the legacy going to be like? Yeah.
Yeah, no one's ever considering the question, I don't think.
So all the more reason that the young should get in there to find their space and have a representation. Do you feel, do our young feel disproportionately challenged on every level going forward, particularly in this COVID-19 time? And what will a post-COVID world look like? So do you feel disproportionately challenged?
I don't know about disproportionately challenged, but I do feel like our generation is obviously facing challenges that no other generation has faced, with like the rise of AI, like the pressures of social media, like our ever-educated workforce in the country, like, the jobs continue to be saturated down. And I feel like these are all challenges that and also the climate change. These are all things that we're experiencing that no other generation has had to do.